Why are kosher dill pickles called kosher? Is it because they're kosher food? Coming right up. Hey guys, did you know that the so-called kosher dill pickles are not necessarily called kosher because, in a sense, that they comply with all the Jewish food laws? They are called kosher because of their flavor profile, made popular in New York by Jewish pickle makers known for their natural salt brine pickles seasoned heavily with dill and garlic, and that's why they are called kosher. Okay guys, so what we're going to do over here is we're going to make some lacto-fermented kosher dill pickles. So in this instance, I have these fresh cucumbers out of my backyard that are really nice and firm. The fresher the cucumber and the better the quality, the better the desired results. So make sure when you do this that you want to have a really good quality cucumber. Organic are better because you'll get a better quality end product. However, there's still good products out there that are non-organic. So the next one is this beautiful thing right here, and this is the dill. These are the flowers of the dill. Now you want to have some flowers because these are very, very important. They give that distinct flavor to the kosher dill pickles. You know, you don't want to use too much of the just simple dill right here. You want to make sure you get some flowers. And then I have a few chilies because I just have it in my backyard, so I like a little heat. Some fresh garlic, some black peppercorns over here. I have a mix of red and white. Coriander seeds, kosher salt. Now you can use pickling salt or you can use sea salt. And I'm going to use bottled water. By the way, I'm not sponsored by Ozarka, but the reason why I'm using bottled water is because the tap water has so much chlorine and chloride that it could potentially kill the yeast or the natural bacteria growing. So to eliminate that, I'm using bottled water. And you're also going to need a food grade container. Now it's better if you have like a big clay pot, but I don't have one, but I'm going to use this. And then after they're fermented, then we're going to transfer them into jars and put them in the refrigerator, but that's for later in the video. Okay guys, so the next step is we're going to carefully and thoroughly clean and rinse all of our cucumbers to make sure that there's no dirt or anything that we don't want in our pickles. And then after that, carefully drain them and then put them one by one into this fermentation bucket. So I'm going to speed this process for you and then I'll meet you right back. Hey guys, before we move any further, if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing down below so you won't miss any of our future videos. Also, if you've liked the content so far, consider hitting that like button too, so YouTube can show this video to more people like you. Now let's jump right back where we were. Okay guys, so as I mentioned, we want to carefully and thoroughly rinse all of our cucumbers one by one. Make sure that there's no dirt or anything that we don't want to be in there. And then after that, put them into the colander, let them drain, and then transfer them into the bucket. Look at that dirty water. Oh my God. Can't believe that was going to be in the... Oop, drop one. So carefully rinse all the rest of them, put them in the bucket. There's no 3-second rule over here. And then there you go. We're ready to rock and roll for the next step. Look at that beautiful bucket full of cucumbers. Beautiful. Okay, so let's go ahead and add all of these flavorings inside the container. So you can drop them around. Once I put in the liquid or the brine, all of this is going to start falling around and get mixed up. So don't worry about it. Got all the garlic, then all these beautiful, beautiful flowers of dill. And then use a little bit of pepper and this should be good. So there's about over a tablespoon of each. And then the last thing that we need to do is make the brine. And that's going to be very simple, which is 1 tablespoon of salt per 1 cup of water. So 1 tablespoon of salt per 1 cup of water. Now all we need to do for this is we just basically need to make it nice and lukewarm just to be able to dissolve the salt. And that's it. Okay, so the last step is to pour all this brine into the bucket. And let's go ahead and do that carefully. Okay guys, so at this point you want to make sure that you put some kind of weight from the top, and then you pour the rest of the brine to completely submerge all your vegetables underneath the brine, because if they're not submerged fully under the brine, then you're going to run into the issue of mold, and you don't want that to happen. In this case, I'm using a clean kitchen plate. You can use whatever fits your need, but anything that's clean and sanitary. And then after that, we need to put our bucket into a well-ventilated area with ideal temperature somewhat between 65 to 72 Fahrenheit. And then after that, we need to literally check it every day and take notes and see if anything unusual, you know, starts happening. But as you can see right now, nothing unusual. Like, everything looks good. You're starting to see a little bit of foam, a little bit of bubbles. That's a good sign that fermentation is starting to come around. And then as you can see, the color of the cucumbers are starting to change too. So over here we got a little bit of mold, but I'm gonna skim that off. And then all we have to do is just continue to check it. And here on day 6, it's coming pretty close. We can see some nice cloudiness over here. And day 7 and 8 are the last days. And then we're pretty much done, guys. So okay guys, so it's the 9th day today, and I believe that the pickles are done. They're done fermenting. They're going to continue to ferment, of course, even more, but I think they're good enough to put them into the jars and put them in the refrigerator. So I'm going to start pulling some out to show you what it looked like. And by the way, I already ate some for lunch and they were delicious. I drank a little bit of the liquid. It was so good. So here, let me show you. Look at that. It looks beautiful. It smells amazing. It's so good. Nice. It's all done. Very, very nice. Let me give it a quick taste. So crunchy. Like, you won't believe how crunchy this is. Like I said, I ate earlier for lunch, put a little olive oil, some cracked pepper. So good. You can taste the dill. It's got a very nice hint of dill. You can taste the coriander, like all those aromas coming together very nicely. So it's definitely worth it to do this at home, especially if you got good quality cucumbers like this one's over here in the corner. So there it is, guys. Now let's jar them up and get it all in the fridge. So we're gonna start filling up the jars. In this case, I have 3 gallon-sized jars. I just clean it up with hot water and soap and let them air dry. You don't need to sterilize them or anything like that. They're gonna be in your fridge. But to maximize your space, or in this case, to maximize the space, I'm putting them, as you can see, like just straight up, and just don't mush them or anything like that. And just make sure you fill it up with the liquid all the way to the top, and then you're good to go. Like, it's all pretty much done. So you see that nice cloudiness in there? It's beautiful. It tastes amazing. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful. So good. Definitely need to try it. Hey guys, thank you so much for sticking around till the end of this video, and I'll see you on the next one.